Hello students, good morning to all of you. Today I will continue from genic balance theory. It is a theory of sex determination. After mechanism of sex determination in human being, sex determination in bird, and sex determination in honeybee. After that, here I will continue from genic balance theory. This theory was proposed by C.B. Bridge after his experiment on Drosophila. What are basic postulates? Number 1. Genotype of every individual contains genes for both maleness and femaleness. So first postulate is that chromosome of all individual contain maleness gene as well as femaleness gene. In human population also, both male gene female gene present in male and female. Male also contain male gene female gene. Female also contain male gene and female gene. How? Next point. Postulates number 2. X chromosome carries genes for femaleness, whereas autosomes carry genes for maleness. So it is one important point. X chromosome. In human population, one X chromosome present, 44 plus XY. X chromosome contain genes for femaleness, remember. But in female, 2 X chromosome present, and that 2 X chromosome also contain femaleness gene. So X chromosome carries genes for femaleness, means male contain 1 X chromosome, means genes in one chromosome, whereas female contain 2 X chromosome. So whatever the female gene present in male, double genes present in female, because female contain 2 X chromosome. Whereas autosomes carry genes for maleness. Autosomes 44 plus XY in male, 44 XY XX in female. So 44 autosomes present in both male and female. So autosomes carry genes for maleness, means whatever maleness gene present in male, same amount of maleness gene present in female, because autosomal number is same. Y chromosome does not contain any sex determining gene. It is very important point. Y chromosome, all usually think that male character is due to Y chromosome, because chromosome type of male is 44 plus XY. Y chromosome absent in female. So that Y is responsible for maleness. All used to think so, but it is wrong. Y chromosome does not contain any sex determining gene. The sex of one individual or sex of zygote is determined by genic balance or ratio between number of X chromosome and number of autosome set. So this is the conclusive theory, conclusive postulates of genic balance theory. How sex of zygote, because sex determination starts from zygote. When zygote is formed, from that sex is determined. So how sex of the zygote is determined? It is through one ratio, number of X chromosome and number of autosome set. Autosome set, not number of autosome, but number of autosome set. In human cell, 22 autosome is equal to 1 set. 44 autosome means 2 sets. So 1 set autosome means 22. So this is the ratio between number of X chromosome and number of autosome set. Such ratio is called sex ratio index, X by A. X is equal to number of X chromosome, A is equal to number of autosome set. Now for tabulation I will explain. Here I have taken number of X chromosome, number of autosome set, ratio and sex. Suppose let us consider normal male. In normal male, what is the chromosome type? 44 plus XY. So in normal male, number of X chromosome is 1. But autosomes 2 set 44. 44 plus XY, 1X, 2 set autosome. Ratio is 1 by 2, 0.5. Normal male. Now come to normal female. Normal female means 44 plus XX. 2X chromosome. Autosome 22, 22. 44 means 2 set autosome. 44 autosome artha 2 set autosome. Here number of X chromosome 2. Here 2 set autosome means 44. So So ratio is equal to 2 by 2 is equal to 1.0, that is normal female. So I have discussed how normal male chromosome type, normal female chromosome type. Now let us discuss abnormal case. Suppose in a male, number of X chromosome 1 means male. Let us increase number of autosome set. 3 set autosome suppose. 3 set means 66, 22, 22, 22. 3 set autosome. So number of X chromosome is 1 but autosome 3 set. Autosome set increase means maleness increase because autosome carries gene for maleness. So what will be the ratio? 1 by 3 is equal to 0.33. So here it will be super male. It will be super male. Now suppose let us comes to female. Female chromosome type is XX. Here 44 autosome. 44 means 2 set autosome. XX means 2 X chromosome. But here I have increased number of X chromosome. XXX 3X means 3X 3X chromosome 2 set autosome. If X chromosome will increase, femaleness increase because X chromosome carries gene for femaleness. So what will be the ratio? 3 by 2 to 1.5. X chromosome increase means femaleness increase, it will be super female. It will be super female. Now again come to female with male character. XX 2X chromosome is normal female, but let us increase number of autosome set. If in a female autosome set will increase, then in female maleness will increase. 3 set autosome means maleness will increase. Ratio will be 2 by 3 is equal to 0.67. So it will be intersex. It will be intersex means female with male character. 3 set autosome is male character. It will be intersex. So let us conclude the theory. Conclusion. If the sex ratio index is 0.5, then the child will be normal male, and if it is 1, then the child will be normal female. If the sex ratio index decreases from 0.5, here 1 decreases, then maleness increase means super male. If sex ratio index increases from 1, then femaleness increases. If the sex ratio index lies in between 0.5 and 1, then individual will be intersex. This is 0.67. The individual will be intersex. Intersex means female with male character. Now I will discuss hormonal theory of sex determination. In some cases, sex hormone plays important role in sex determination. For example, sex reversal in hen. When ovary of a hen is removed out surgically, then hen gradually become cock. So female sex become male sex due to removal of ovary, which is marked through development of comb. Means if we will dissect out or operate out ovary from female hen, then comb will develop after many days and it will become comb. This happens due to lack of estrogen and progesterone. Because you have removed the ovary, there will be lack of estrogen and progesterone but presence of adrenal sex corticoid. In this case, dormant testis also started secretion of testosterone and produced sperm. Here what happened? In case of hen, dormant rudimentary testis become functional and testosterone secretion starts, which results in development of comb and production of sperm. Another example is phrematine in cattle. Phrematine is one intersex condition in cattle when twin calves of opposite sex grow in the womb of mother. In a mother cow, when twin calf of opposite sex means one male calf, another is female calf, develop at a time in the womb of mother, the female calf becomes sterile and develop many male character, which is called phrematine. This happens because testosterone secreted earlier from male calf diffuse to body of female calf through common blood circulation. So when male calf and female calf grow in the womb of mother, first in that condition testosterone secretion starts from male calf. That testosterone diffuse to female calf through blood circulation. As a result, female calf develop male character. Female calf develop male character due to testosterone, and this male hormone starts development of male character before maturation of ovary. So here what happened, that female calf develop male character. Such type of female calf with male character is called free mating. Now, environmental theory of sex determination. In hormonal theory of sex determination over, then environmental theory. In many cases, environmental factors play important role in sex determination. Number one, in animal like alligator, sex of embryo depends upon temperature around egg. What is the temperature around egg? Suppose high temperature. In case of alligator, if high temperature will be there around the egg, then zygote develop into male. If the temperature around the egg is low temperature, the zygote develop into female. Another example, here temperature decide the sex of embryo. Another one is in Bonellia, one marine worm, Bonellia viridis. In one marine worm, Bonellia viridis, when the larva grows independently, it becomes normal male. If the larva grow independently means separated from mother, it become a normal female. If that larva enter into oviduct of mother, parasitism, gradually it become male. That larva if grows inside oviduct of mother, then it become male or come in contact with proboscis. So when the larva grow separated from mother, that larva become female. When that larva grow inside the oviduct of mother, it become male. So this is another example of what? Environmental theory of sex determination. Okay, next class I will start sex linked inheritance. Thank you, students.